Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode. See, Thane, you just instantly start sucking on that thing. You start blowing right into the mic. That's why I made fun of you inside. I went because, man, it picks up on the mic really loudly.
I didn't catch that part.
It's just an ASMR thing. You're just giving the viewers
Maybe you
what
should
they
have been
want.
more blunt and say, hey, don't suck that in the mic. Hey, don't suck in the mic.
Welcome to episode 75 of Life is Daijoubu. My name is Cole. I am joined by Thane and Skylar. No funny gags today because you just got it 3 seconds ago.
This show doesn't suck, but we do suck on the show.
We do suck on the show.
I suck on this bottle of water, like.
Is it painful getting the water out?
No,
It's so tight in there, bro. He's really got to suck that sucker dry.
Your cheek muscles must be incredible.
Well, I got ice in there. That's
I would
why.
know.
What? I got ice in here. That's why.
I think we should show off Cole's craftsmanship too. I don't think we've shown these off. These new coasters.
They're not great.
This is a Rad Cats one.
Don't look at them.
They look better than usual. I don't know.
What's usual?
I don't know what usual
Could be
is.
better. Could be worse, I guess.
Cole's his own worst critic.
This is episode 75, Life is Daijoubu. Today, we will be going over the winter 2025 anime season. We're reviewing it. We're giving our hot takes, our fresh
Brain thoughts.
features. Well, it had to be another F word. Our fresh,
brain.
what are you doing? Brain what?
I don't know. You're trying to say
Brain
thoughts,
farts.
right?
Yeah, fresh thoughts, fresh,
Our fresh brain farts. Things.
you
there.
still put a B in it, though. It's got to be an FF.
Fresh, funky farts.
There you have it.
Okay.
That's what we'll be doing today. We got a little bit of news before we get into that, and
Our Flexmaster Funk.
there we go. That's better than what we came up with, I guess. But yeah, so let's quickly run through this news real quick. Yeah, I guess without further ado, I don't know why I keep thinking I need to say more stuff, but that's it. That's all I got for you guys. So
Jump right into the
news. We got some new anime announcements. Starting out, we got Ren Arisugawa. Arisugawa is actually a girl.
I saw the paper, I looked up, it's like, oh, tomboys. I like tomboys. I pull up a chapter, it's like, this is a hentai.
Wait, so this anime is a hentai?
Yeah, I was like, oh, she's pretending to be a guy, like they're boning. Oh my.
Hey, sign me up. I'll take 2.
And it's not like the they get naked and show. No, there's like the full package.
They ain't showing that on anime, right?
I don't know.
Guess we'll find out.
Yeah, hopefully it's unpod.
Next one. It's a deep cut.
Yeah.
Next one is called That Policeman. I know nothing about that
Now,
one.
Simple,
I tried to look up that one and I just couldn't get anything. It's like, what is that policeman?
It had an English, or excuse me, a Japanese title.
Oh.
I decided to find the English title, and the Japanese title seemed more well known. There was like 2 of those on this list.
Yeah, that one also kind of sounds like a hentai. If I'm not.
Next is Sometimes a Beast.
Now, that one definitely sounds like.
A Fine Day for Going Home After School.
That's a slice of life.
That's a
That sounds like a
Cole
slice of life right
special
there.
when I was in high school. The Demons Are Planning Something Good.
Light novel.
I don't remember. Sorry, I don't have little thingies
Yeah.
after them. And the last one, this is just the Japanese title because there was no English title. It's Korei Kaite Shine. I
Maybe
think
it's Shine. I don't
it
know.
could just be Shine.
Sounds like an
I'm
item.
just thinking it was the Japanese title. What else would that be? Like, was it Core Katie Shine?
Yeah. Kore kate shine.
This guy, he's probably right, dude.
He's probably right. Those are the new anime being
Might
announced.
be Shine though. Well, Shine's.
You have Japan in your blood.
Get a little bit of it in there. Next up, we've got shows that are getting a new season. Starting out, we've got Blue Miburu.
Never heard of the first one.
Never heard of it either. ReZero 4.
Yeah, let's go.
This one's interesting because the season was announced instantly after the end of season 3, which didn't happen after season 2. We waited a good couple years before we got season 3. Next is Anyway, I'm Falling in Love with You. And lastly is Medaka Kuroiwa is Impervious to My Charms. I don't know why that one's getting a season 2. The last little bit of news I have on here, just because it's kind of weeb adjacent, it's that Mr. Miyamoto got onto the new Nintendo app and announced a Zelda live action movie for 2027.
That's crazy. They just gave an announcement date.
Literally the date. It's like March 23rd or something.
I think that they were like, hey, we just launched this new app. We probably should use it.
Let's use it. And Miyamoto's like, I'll do it. I got this. Don't worry.
He's like, I am Mr. Nintendo after all.
Can't wait for Tom Holland as Zelda and Zendaya as Link.
No, I'm so stoked, dude.
They're gonna put on a good show.
Black Zelda?
No. She's Link.
Oh.
They did a gender bent.
Gender bender.
I don't know about that.
I'm into it.
Okay.
That's all I have for news. There's not a whole lot to talk about. I mean, like, there'd be more to talk about with the Zelda thing if, like, they did announce a cast like they did with Mario back in the day.
Timothy Chalamet is Link.
I think they're going to make it an event, kind of like how the Mario one was an event. Like, I remember that's all everyone was talking about. They're like, Chris Pratt is Mario, no! And they were, like, melting. Everybody was frothing at the mouth, wanting to, like, take shanks to Nintendo's throats.
There's an interesting thing, though, about the release date of this movie. So I guess we do have something to talk about. It is the same day as Sonic 4.
So are we doing a double movie feature that night?
We might be doing a double movie feature that night.
They're going for their throat.
They're fighting Nintendo versus Sega, just like the good old days.
You know what we should do? We should go Friday night or whatever day it comes out. Let's go to Zelda day 1, and then the next day we'll get Sonic.
What if we do the double feature thing instead, like you were saying? Half of us go to Zelda, half of us go to Sonic. We meet in the middle, spoil the stories, and then go to the next movies.
That's even better.
Just spoil it for each other.
Yeah.
Zelda kills Ganondorf.
Sonic and Knuckles kiss. I mean Shadow.
So I got the casting. Me Timothy Chalamet as Link, Anya Taylor-Joy as Zelda.
Who's Timothy Chalamet
from Doom, right?
Dune.
Oh, the guy with the hair. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. That's the one.
And then we have Jack Black as Ganondorf.
Yes, please. I need it. All right, cool. Let's move on. That's all we have. Let's do our winter 2025 anime season recap. I almost hit all of the right things on the format. What are you pointing at?
It says fall.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I got the one on the back right, so screw you, Sky. I tried to hit all of them. I have this template that I use when I make these, and I sometimes forget to change out the words on the template. Sue me.
She's cool. Sumi is cool.
Sumi's cool. I do like Sumi. She's chill. All right. Starting out with the fall recap, we got the Mal's top 5. Number 1, Solo Leveling 2 at an 8.9. Apothecary Diaries 2 at an 8.81. Medalist at an 8.34. Dr. Stone Science Future at an 8.27. And Bang Dream Avenue or Ave Mujika. It's probably Avenue. Ave?
Yeah, like Ave Maria.
8.16. Oh, yeah, it is like that. You're right. It's Ave Mujika at an 8.16.
Isn't that a music anime?
Yeah, it's like
rock girls
stuff.
rock. It's like a Love Live, but they have rock instruments.
Yeah. So, with that, let's quickly talk about our overall thoughts on the season. I thought the season was good. I thought it was one of the better winter seasons we've had on the show.
I would agree. I would say this may be actually one of the best winter seasons we've had, save for, I think, one at Free Run, right?
It did. It did indeed. One of them did have Free Run.
I don't think you could beat that one. But I didn't watch as many shows as I normally do, but everything I watched I enjoyed.
Yeah, I can pretty much say the same. I didn't really watch as many either. There were some, dude, I need to figure out, I just, I like to, go home from work and watch an episode of a show, and I'm like, cool, now let's do something else. And there's some days I don't get that. And I feel like I just need to find shows to fill those days, even if they're garbage.
That would be good.
Another thing I do is
you could just save up episodes.
I don't like saving up episodes.
Interesting.
I like to watch them as they come out. I'm a big fan of the weekly release.
Oh, yeah, and you like to go look at what everyone else is, too.
The other thing is I like to watch an episode sometimes at lunch as well now. And if I do that, then I definitely don't have something after work.
You just need more shows.
I just need more shows, I guess.
Maybe what you should do is just pick like 1 or 2 dumpies, and that when you are caught up on everything you like, then you just watch those. You're like, okay, well, I'm at lunch. I'm caught up with everything. Here's an episode of this.
I tried that this season, and it worked. I never finished that show. I think there's 2 more episodes. I was watching in English, which is why I'm not caught up on that one, though. Yeah, it definitely was a dumpy. No doubt about that. I think I talk about that. Yeah, I talk about that.
I think of us 3, and maybe I'm wrong, Thing. You can say if I'm wrong, but I feel like you definitely watch the most anime, Cole. You probably watch more anime than both of us combined, I would say.
Probably.
As far as like, how many shows did you watch this season?
Not as many as normal. I think like 8.
8.
I only got caught up with like 7.
Oh, then you guys are about the same. So I'm just the back. I think I did 5, 4 or 5,
maybe 9. I don't know. I don't ever have the count off the top of my head. And there are some shows that I don't necessarily count, like the Pokemon anime, because technically, like, you could say that was winter 2025, because like there was episodes releasing at this time, and it ended this season on this winter season. So I don't know. I don't really have it in my list. I do have it as an honorable mention of just like Pokemon's goated, and you guys are fools for not watching this show. That's about all I have there. But yeah, I mean, I try to watch other shows too. Like I try to watch Arcane. I got to like season 2 of that, and I don't know, fell off. Not as fun as I hoped it would have been. I fell off just as much as I fell off season 1 when I first watched season 1 back in the day. Because I think there's 6 episodes, and I watched 4 back in the day. I watched all 6 episodes this time around, but I got like 2 episodes into season 2 and I fell off. I'll probably try to watch them, though. I canceled my Netflix subscription, so I got like 2 weeks. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so I guess just, overall thoughts. Pretty good. Pretty good season, though. Shows we enjoyed were fun.
It was okay.
You had Orb. That was your big one, probably.
Yeah. And ReZero.
Oh, yeah, and ReZero. Oh, did you get caught up in ReZero?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
So you finished season 3?
Well, I got 1 more episode, but I pretty much got caught up.
I have thoughts about ReZero. I don't know when I'll get into them, but I'll definitely get into them at some point during this show.
Okay.
Without spoiling anything, of course. All right. Let's go ahead and get started into our categories. Starting off with the biggest surprise. Do you have a biggest surprise, Sky?
Mine is Sakamoto Days. However, got hair in my mouth.
Yum.
I knew nothing about this show other than every single week when I would open up Shonen Jump on Sundays to read, it would pop up. It would be like, newest chapter, Sakamoto Days. And I would look at the picture, and I'm like, there's nothing about this title or this picture that makes me want to read this. Nothing about it. It just looks ordinary. And when I watched the show, I had no idea what I was getting and was completely blown away and instantly fell in love with it. And, don't judge a book by its cover.
It was good. I like Sakamoto Days. Thane, do you have a big surprise?
I forgot to write one because I didn't see
Oh, yeah, there's no line on it.
Yeah,
sorry.
My stupid brain says, no line. Better
I
skip
got a
it.
line.
How'd you get a line?
I don't know.
Me and Thane both don't have a
gone.
line.
But I could see where the printer quality went out right here.
Yeah, my printer quality went out around there as well. Maybe that's why.
I'm gonna say
I'll think of it.
Dragon Ball. Say Dragon Ball Daima.
There you go, Dragon Ball Daima. That ended the season?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Good fight at the end.
They had some good
It's
nostalgia bait.
Yeah. Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Yeah. I was there for it. I remember. I was there when I was a child watching Super Saiyans Goku 4.
They screamed, remember?
They screamed. Yeah, my mom turned off the TV, said they were too loud. My biggest surprise is I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss to clock out on time. this show was not like a top tier show, but it was quite fun. The characters were good. As you've heard me talk about, the main girl, she just wants to go home and just chill. That's literally her whole goal. And I'm like, I vibe with that. That's like literally my spirit animal is this freaking anime girl.
Go home and chill.
It's very funny how there's like this guy. He's like the strongest man in all of like the guild or whatever. And he's like super crushing on her. And she's like, dude, just shut up. Just kill the guy. Just kill the boss. I want to be done. Just do your job. And he's just like, I want you. And she just won't have it. She's like,
how about I kill you instead?
Yeah, and she gets like the super powerful like hammer, goes kills things and stuff. Honestly, the story goes stupid places. It's kind of dumb at times. Like they try hard to like make it like meaningful and stuff. But the only thing we really care about is main girl getting to clock out on time. Hence the name of the show. And that's what's funny is like it never steered away from that. They knew that's what their thing was, and so they made sure that was still the focus, even in the final fight. And so I'm a fan of that. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good 12 episodes. I kind of wish the main girl and the main dude would have like had a little bit more of a something rather than it being completely one-sided. Because it's not completely one-sided. You see main girl kind of go like, ooh, a little bit,
So you would season 2. You would if there was. You'd season 2?
I'd season 2. Yeah, I'd definitely see. Oh, freak. I forgot to put that on the list. The would you season 2 category.
Maybe we can do it when it's like going to go binge more. We could.
Oh, yeah. So keep that in mind. That one probably will be my I would season 2. That was my biggest surprise, though. Now, let's talk about some dumpies, some letdowns. What were some of the shows that you dropped, if at all any? Do you have any drops, Thane?
I have an asterisk over some of these, but one that I might not finish because the first episode was really trash. It's called Ubelblatt. It's just an edgy show, one of those overly edgy shows with like the shonen formula or something. It's like we're a shonen show, but we want to be dark and edgy. Yeah. And shows that I didn't finish, but I put on here because they were dropped before the show then season, but I might pick them back up again, and that was Zenshu, Rurouni Kenshin, and Shangri-La Frontier. But I'm probably gonna watch them later, so consider them dropped for the season.
There you go. My biggest dumpy letdown, whatever you want to call it, was Medaka Kuroaya is impervious to my charms. After 10, 15 minutes of episode 3, I was like, yeah, I've seen enough. I know what's happening the whole season. Nothing's going to change. It's going to be the same episode every single episode. Why am I even bothering? I don't care about these characters. The art style's not doing anything for me. I don't even care about the ecchi scenes. Like, literally nothing is happening here that I give a crap about. So I dropped it.
Sounds like it was just a limp watch.
Yeah, I mean, like, the gist of it is like this cute girl. Everybody thinks that she's the cutest thing around. And she knows that everybody thinks that she's the cutest thing around. And so she's very cocky about it. She just walks around all high and mighty like, I am literally the Tish. Like, everybody wants a piece of this. And this guy shows up, Medaka, and all of a sudden, he doesn't want a piece of that. He's like, no, I'm fine. And she's like, why not? Well, it's because this guy's trying to become a shrine priest, and he's trying to keep his mind pure from dirty thoughts. And so that's literally the whole premise. Is
let's corrupt the church boy.
Let's corrupt the church boy. And I'm just like, it's fine, but like in episode 1, when you took off your shirt and like had him fill up your chest, I'm like, and then episode 2, it doesn't go farther. I'm like, you're freaking like, you blew your whole load in episode 1, and like fit like metaphorically and not metaphorically, like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's like the author. If this is a manga, the author at times like, no, I don't really want to be horny.
Oh, no. Yeah. It's still horny.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Episode 2 and 3 was still horny.
I don't know if I really want to be that horny.
Yeah, that's what I think it was supposed to be the hook.
Yeah.
But like if a show like this, if the whole point is trying to get this kid to like fall for the girl, it's like, Why would you go for like the one hit knockout in episode 1 and then like instantly like take a step back from?
Yeah.
And it's weird discussing this like the way we're discussing this because
the tit grab is like the freaking apex of the show, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
That's what I would say. Just in general, discussing something like this in a television show, kind of dumb. And like that, for some reason, saying that was the reason I stopped watching. No, I mean, like I said, the characters suck too. So there's multiple reasons. But that was also like I said, that was one of the reasons I was like, there's nothing happening here. Like, what's even the point of watching this show? Yeah. It's one of those that I kind of do want to throw on the last episode to see what they do the last episode. I did that with another show last season. I think it was one of those shows that I said I'm going to watch the first episode. And I watched the first episode, and then I pulled up the last episode just to see what happens. And, yeah, it is generic. So, yeah, that's my dumpy. Sky, what's your dump?
My dumpy is called Pharmasia. I watched episode 1 and thought I'd be into it, and then I started episode 2 and I'm like, no. So essentially the plot is they grow Pokemon. They grow monsters, and then the monsters help them grow more stuff. There was like from what I remember, there was a big fight or something. A lot of them got wiped out in the beginning.
So it's a farm in Asia?
No. It's farm and magic combined, I believe.
Because when you pronounce it, it's Pharmasia, so it's like a farm in Asia.
Oh, I was so lost. I'm like, what is Thane talking about? No, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
But isn't this the one where it's, what's his name? The fairy tale guy did the character designs? I think it's a video game, but...
It is a video game.
Yeah, so it's a tie-in.
So I'm think if you like the game,
I'm pretty sure Hiro
like
Mashima...
This game sounds like more fun to play than the show was to watch, though.
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Hiro Mashima. I'm pretty sure he did the character designs for that. And people have probably known my thoughts on Hiro Mashima.
I don't know your thoughts on Hiro
He's
Mashima.
A hack.
Oh, okay.
I think Thane just doesn't like fairy tale.
I don't. I read the whole manga. I don't like it.
What kept you going?
Yeah, literally. You read the whole thing. It's like
long.
200
I don't
chapters.
know.
Or is it 300 chapters?
I think I didn't have much to read back then.
Oh, this was high school?
It's like, no, it's like, well, after high school, a bit after high school. So I was just reading on whatever was on that Crunchyroll app that I had
so
at the time.
You're just bored one day. And
yeah. So I had to read the whole thing. Could have read something better, but I didn't.
I see. Yeah.
They had Space Brothers on that thing. I was like, why am I reading? I'm going to read Space Brothers.
That's still going, isn't it?
Yeah. They have the free sites haven't updated, though. And it's on K-Manga, and I don't want to pay for K-Manga.
I know nothing about fairy tale. All I know is that I used to... Well, I mean, he still is my friend.
Sorry.
I have a friend that... he swore up and down that it was one of the coolest things in the world. And he's not even like anime. So I'm just like, why is he watching this? And every time, I've never once tried it. I've never tried to give it my time of day. But every time I like look at fairy tale, I just go, that does not look like it's up my alley.
I watched like 60 episodes. It's fine.
Wow.
It's just a goo. Well, it was when I first started getting into anime. Whatever was on Netflix at the time.
I see.
I think it was like 60 episodes. And
60's a lot though. Holy.
Yeah. I watched it and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. It wasn't like amazing. It didn't hook me or anything, but I mean, it was fine enough to continue to make it for all these years.
Well, now they've taken some dumps on some dumpy shows. Let's kind of bring it back to some happy, good stuff and give out your biggest recommendation of the season. What was a show you would recommend to somebody that hasn't seen the show that you're recommending? Like, give us your pitch as to why they should watch this show. What do you got, Sky? What's your show you're recommending?
My show is Sakamoto Days. I think it's more fun if you go in blind, but I'll try to give my little elevator pitch here. You've got a former Yakuza guy. Hitman. Super just a badass. And then he finds a girl, falls in love, gets fat, has a kid, and it runs a gas station. Convenience store. And lots of things happen at this convenience store. Lots of shenanigans and hitmanery. It's super fun. It's just a wild ride. Yeah, I kind of wish this is one where I wish I would have read the manga all those years ago when I first started reading manga on the Shonen Jump app. Thank you, Thane.
Are you reading it now?
No. Oh. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Homie still hasn't read Dandadan.
I haven't. I do have Dandadan on the list, though. The thing is like my read later list for manga is spread across 3 different apps with probably 10 to 15 manga on each. It's overwhelming.
Head shakes.
I know, head shakes. I wish there was 2 of me. I wish I could shadow clone jutsu myself, have a bunch of my clones go off and do, like, watch shows and play games and do this and work and read this, and then I can bring them all back in, and my brain's like, wow.
Your brain just dies from overload of information.
Like,
literally.
All right, let's see what I learned. Just make the
short circuit.
Make the Gmod death sounds like.
Yeah, it's got like that clipping sound.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my biggest recommendation is Zenshu. My best like pitch for it is just that it's a low commitment show with a good payoff, in my opinion. I'm very impressed with the storytelling they put together in 12 episodes, especially with like the dime a dozen kind of story that we've all seen and heard a couple of times at least in different ways or shapes or form. They do some things here and there that make it so it's like unique and different. That's fun. It's Mappa, so of course the animation looks pretty freaking dang good. Like, it's really hard to beat Mappa's animation just in general. And yeah, I thought it was a fun, solid story with a pretty fun, solid payoff of an ending. I enjoyed it. I would recommend that one for sure to anybody who's interested in a character drama, more or less. It kind of disguises itself as a funny isekai, but it's definitely a character drama. In a way, not like super dramatic, but like character development's a lot for a main character especially. What you got, Thane?
My biggest recommendation is Orb on the movements of the earth. And so imagine, if you will, a time when the Catholic Church, or, well, they don't call it the Catholic Church, but the religion was like pretty much ruled Europe. And then you bring up this new idea of heliocentrism, which is the sun being the center of the galaxy, or the earth revolving around the sun and not the other way around. And the church not liking that, so they use inquisitors to torture people because they have wrongthink.
Wrongthink?
Yeah.
Big Brother's always watching.
Yeah,
I love
that's basically the show. It's where people trying to find the truth and religion saying no.
And then they orb around the earth.
Yeah.
The sun, I mean.
Yeah. It's also very down to earth and realistic, so maybe see something that's gonna upset you, but it was history. It was historical.
Some nice historical fiction. All right, let's move into our favorite opening. There was a handful of openings that I liked this season, but my favorite one for me was Run Sakamoto Run by Vondi. When I first heard the opening to this show when I was watching episode 1, I was like, hold on, this is kind of hidden. This is kind of familiar too. And then like when you hear the little and it like pops up and they start going into the chorus, it pops up like the name of the show, or excuse me, the name of the song, and they always have the name of the song with like the name of the artist, and it was Vondi. And I was like, there's no way. I actually know Vondi. Like, I've actually listened to their stuff before. And it's because, like, a couple years ago when I read through Goodnight Poon Poon, I would put on this, like, playlist that somebody made in the background of, like, the playlist was more or less on YouTube. It's like a YouTube video playlist, but it's, like, songs that would be in a theoretical Goodnight Poon Poon anime. And there's this Vondi song that I remember listening to over and over again that was in that playlist. And I like kind of like listened to a couple of their other stuff as well. But I heard the singer and I was just like, hold on, this is crazy familiar. But yeah, that song bangs. Run Sakamoto Run is freaking super, super solid. Big fan of that opening. It was good.
That was also my favorite opening.
Nice. Give me some.
Mine was Solo Leveling.
The Solo Leveling 2 one?
I like Lisa whenever she pops up in an anime.
Yeah. Lisa kind of kills it every time she shows up.
She was in the Demon Slayer one. Lisa Grunge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one. I thought you were going to take it all the way back to Sword Art Online, though.
Oh, no.
I thought we were going all the way back to high school, baby.
We could.
Yeah, the OG Sword Art Online OP. Yeah, all bangers. I mean, there's a lot of really good ones, so it's kind of hard to pick that one. Let's do some hot takes now. Our hottest takes of the entire season. Thane, do you have a hot take for us?
Thane. Melt me with your hot take.
Flaming hot, extra hot.
A lot of dumb people watch ReZero because I see a lot of people complain. It's like, Subaru just comes back to death. Why is he complaining so much? It's like, why don't you die several times and see if it doesn't mess with you?
Fair.
People just don't think when they're watching shows. And it's like, maybe if you took 2 seconds to process what he's going through, maybe you wouldn't be complaining so much that he's a pussy.
It's funny because I've seen so many shows with that death loop thing. So good, dude. But I feel like most of the time, I feel like the writers do a pretty good job of portraying like the emotional toll it takes on these people. So, yeah, you're probably right, Thane. You got a little bit of dumbers.
Yeah.
Dumb and dumbers watching that show. Or at least commenting, anyway.
Yeah. My hot take of the season is that Solo Leveling is a Naruto tier shonen. I think Solo Leveling is up there with the big boys.
Wow.
I got thinking about it, and the reason I thought this was because, well, all shonen is really stupid. There's not a really good one out there. There's not like a crazy good story of like a just generic shonen like a Naruto. Why can't Solo Leveling be up there? I feel hype as much as I felt when I was watching Naruto do his thing, so why not with this one too? So yeah, I think Solo Leveling is a Naruto tier. I will throw the caveat in, and I think it's also because it's just super popular as much as it is right now. I think that's kind of also what it takes to be a big shonen, is that it's super popular. But kind of piggybacking off of thing, there's a lot of dumb people that watch this show as well, as we discussed, I think, the last episode about how he lost all of his aura and everybody hated him.
Because he shed some tears.
Because he cried.
Because he cried and crapped himself a little bit. And
Naruto cries a lot.
Yo, he does. But Naruto doesn't farm aura.
Oh.
Naruto just farts around and poops and stuff.
In fact, Naruto is Rizless at the beginning.
He is Rizless.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have any Riz ever. Like, the way he hooks up with Hinata, it's just like,
Naruto likes the Rizless.
Oh, no, he kind of rizzed her up in the movie.
He kind of does rizz her up in that movie.
It takes him till his whole life to get to that point.
Also, when like Hinata's like literally getting stabbed by pain, he kind of rizzes her up then. It's like, hey, quit killing this girl.
Because I want it.
And
I want her.
I want her. She's mine.
Naruto-kun, tatabayo.
Databayo. What do you got, Sky? What's a hot take?
So my hot take is Solo Leveling isn't that good.
No way!
But I love it.
That's so funny. It's kind of like opposites, but we still said the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
That's silly.
Like, watching this show, I'm just like, dude, there's just every episode is, I'm going to kill this thing. Oh, is it going to kill me? Nope. Here's my get out of jail free card. But I'm hyped the whole time while I'm watching that, because it's like, what card is he going to whip out of his deck and say no? Like, he's going to play a trap card. What is it? I'm ready. But I will say, though, the character development we have gotten, especially this season, oh, man, it just makes this show's a 7, in my opinion, but this character development we've got has made it an 8. Like, it's been fun.
Yeah.
And I say 7 as far as, like, the story goes. The animation and the music and the fight scenes are incredible. Those are 10s. But, like, I don't know. He's not really that interesting of a character.
No, not
Although,
really.
Once again, the character development we did get, without spoiling it, it's beautiful.
Yeah. Now that you've finished it, we can talk about that scene I wanted to talk about a couple weeks ago or last week or something. And it was the episode, and mine are spoilers for season 2 of Solo Leveling. The episode with the ant, the big ant guy. Yes. When he starts just decimating those S ranks, the song that is playing in the background is the song when Jinnu first starts decimating some people and showing off that he is as powerful as he is to actual people.
I didn't even notice.
So it's like a weird parallel where it's just like, holy freak, they're putting this freaking ant thing on his level in a weird way, like a weird maybe I'm like too like hyper focused in on that, but I was just like, I kind of F with this. This is kind of nice. I'm into this. This is sick. So I just thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, hottest takes are done. What's your best voice guy?
Shin from Sakamoto Days. He is the blonde-haired, I guess, sidekick. There's 3 main characters in the show.
Telekinetic.
Yeah, he's the telekinetic dude. He's got such a fun personality where he's I don't know, he's kind of his own person, but the more we learn about his backstory, it's just like, dang, dude. It just makes him even cooler in my mind. Very cool, dude.
Nice.
I like Shin.
I picked Luke Braveheart from Zenshu. Just a good guy. You just want the best for him. Not much else to say about that. He's just a good dude. Like, I don't know. I like him. If you watch the show, I don't really want to say anything about the show, but man, he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. Cares about the main character a lot and everything.
I picked it's a bit out of left field, but I picked Reinhard from ReZero. He's just kind of the MVP.
He kind of is. Reinhard's pretty broken, isn't he?
He's not that smart, but he makes up for it in skill.
Yeah.
Especially when he gets launched to the moon and launches this Saitama thing where he launches back in. It's like, what? He just carries the whole team, but he needs people like Subaru to like know their weakness. It's like, okay, I understand. Boom.
There's like 6 or 7 different fights going on in this season. Reinhardt's a part of like three of them because that's how broken he is.
He just curb stomps everybody.
Season 2 have 24 episodes?
Yeah.
Do that all 24 episodes?
Season 2 also does not have Reinhardt because he's off doing something.
He's doing something else.
Yeah, I need to go.
Reinhardt's the red hair guy.
Yeah.
With the sword. Yeah.
He's better than the purple haired guy. He's kind of a douche.
Yeah. We like him though. He's so cool.
He got better. One guy who won't get better because I hate him is Reinhardt's dad, who can't remember
kind
the name.
Kind of a douche.
He's an ass.
Yeah. All right. Best fan service. Then do you have a best fan service?
I don't watch fan service shows very much. I've said that several times, but the one that probably got fan service was ReZero, especially when one lady, I can't remember, she's red haired. Priscilla, yes. Priscilla, she gets naked and it's like, whoa.
He's seen my tits.
It's like, whoa, she's getting naked.
The poor songstress girl is just like, oh my.
It's like, oh my. And then later she max on the songstress girl and you're just like, whoa, what is she doing? Yeah, you don't remember? She makes out with her to like get rid of the curse.
Oh, I missed that. Oh, wait, maybe I do remember that. Never mind.
I remember that. I was like, whoa. And also they made Amelia's boobs bigger, or at least more detailed.
I don't know why they did, but that is correct. They did indeed. I don't know if I agree with that choice, but
she leveled up.
My best fan service was from Zenshu. There's an episode where they go to a hot springs, and that's why it's fan service. But on in a very interesting meta level, and you just have to watch the show to understand what I'm talking about. But it's also fan service for the main character. The main character is seeing something that she's super into, and like, this is really cool. Very cool scene and a very cool way to use fan service.
Does her hair cover her boobies?
I don't remember that, if I'm being honest. It was more so just like the idea of the scene and how unique it was for the storytelling and the plot of the show. So it was done well. If you know, you know, basically. Sky, what do you got?
Most of the shows I watched weren't really horny, but the one I did watch, which had some fan service, was I married to a girl I hate in my class. Like, it's these 2 students that are forced to get married because of their grandparents, and they live together now. And
I think we established that this sounds like Nisekoi.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's a little like one step further though, because they make them live together because they're married. Yeah. They are married now.
It's just a weird hybrid of Nisekoi and Blue Box.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of married couple shenanigans. Like, they don't bone or anything, and I don't think they do, like, they'll take baths or stuff, but I don't think, I don't know. And then there's a friend that you see her boobs a lot, too. She has big boobs. Blonde hair, big boobs. But it wasn't, anime. Like, it wasn't super ecchi. It was just your classic anime horny. Yeah. Very mild.
It's funny that we call that mild. No, I agree with you, but it's funny that we do that. All right, next up, our best girl. Who was your best girl, Sky?
Lu Xiaotang.
Ooh,
from Sakamoto days.
I almost had Lou as mine just because of the scene with the playing cards. I thought it was freaking so funny. I switched.
Lou's cool, man. Like I have her and Shin. Like they're just fun. Their relationship, for some reason, I get hints of in Freeren with Fern and Stark, yeah, where they fight like brother and sister at times, but then you're like, oh, but they're kind of into each other. They're fight like more of a married couple. I don't know. I get very similar vibes to these two.
I don't get any of those kind of vibes. These are just straight up brother sister in my mind.
Especially after you read the manga. It's
so
like,
then I probably just need to read more then, or maybe I was just looking into it too much.
I never saw any moments where they looked like they were like into each other in Sakamoto.
Maybe they just really care about each other. Because like the one moment I'm thinking of specifically is when Lou learns more about Shin's background. She's like, God, I've been a douche to this guy, and he's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But maybe it is just more of a brother-sister.
My best girl was Alina Clover from I'm a Guild Receptionist, and that's the main girl who just wants to clock out on time, and who can blame her? Like I said, she's my spirit waifu. Spirit animal, whatever you want to call it. What do you got, Thane?
Best girl is Mio Saimori from My Happy Marriage. Perfect wife material.
It sounds like they're happy.
Yeah. Also, she's
also married?
Also in this. Well, they're engaged.
Oh, still engaged?
Yeah.
They're getting there.
Yeah, sounds happy to me.
Unfortunately, I think the episode was delayed, so it's got 2 more episodes. So we'll see if they get married at the end of the season. But she also becomes self-reliant in this season, so she got great character development.
That's nice.
Yeah,
you can always appreciate that.
And I'm gonna move on to OTP. Wait,
there you go.
With Mio and Kyoka, the main boy and the main girl from My Happy Marriage.
They got a nice little relationship.
Yeah, their relationship is the whole
point of the show.
And the show kind of turns into like a battle shonen, and somehow it makes it more engaging because like she becomes more important, and like it becomes more intense, and it's like, and their relationship deepens and their characters deepen, and so it just makes the relationship the bond more interconnected, and it makes the main part of the show even better. So yeah, that would be my second recommendation, is My Happy Marriage over Orb.
Nice. My OTP is Masugu and Yui from I Have a Crush at Work. Now, I'm not going to talk about the show like at all, like this entire time. After watching it, I was kind of disappointed with it a little bit because I read the manga and I enjoyed the manga. The anime's fine, don't get me wrong. It's just not as exciting as it was when I was reading the manga. That said, I still really do like these two's relationship. I think they're a lot of fun, and it's really fun to like just see their little story play out. I do like how they support each other in a nice little relationship. It's pretty good. They're a nice, wholesome couple.
My OTP, I didn't really have a lot to go off of this season, to be honest. So I picked Mao Mao and the Eunuch. I can't think of his freaking name. Purple-haired gamer. He's the prince.
Yeah, I'm blanking on his name too.
Oh, man. I had it for a second. I almost said Gaoshun, but that's his servant guy that hangs out with him.
They're all Chinese names. Sorry, we don't know Chinese names. Same with
Master.
Same with Solo Leveling. Where it's all Korean
I don't remember.
Names.
I feel bad now.
I should have Googled it, but I didn't. Yeah, I don't know. Mao Mao's freaking cool. And Unit Guy's cool. They can hook up. Yeah. I'm fine with it.
It's like G-sama or something like that. Sama is like master, but she would say like G something.
Gin-sama?
Something G. I don't remember. I agree though. I do like their little relationship. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's funny because he is so into her, even though every chick that lives is into him, but he just doesn't give one F. He's just like, I want her. And it's because
Jinchi,
yeah.
Jinchi.
he's like, I want her, even though she doesn't want me, but I'm just going to keep working at it.
But she doesn't dislike him, though.
Exactly.
And we saw that at the very end of the season. Yeah. I was unexpected. Took me off guard. I thought she was going to be like really freaking out, especially because he was so forward all of a sudden. I was like, she's going to freak out. No, she didn't. She was just like more confused rather than freaking out. So that was interesting.
I wonder if it was the confusion was because she's like, I do kind of like this, actually. And
I think so.
I've just been kind of a bit to him.
Yeah. All right. Last little bit about characters. Our favorite character. I'll start out with my favorite character being Natsuko Hirose from Zenshu. I really like her character arc. It's very, very fun. It's really, really told in a unique and cool way. And like I said throughout this whole episode, they did a good job of putting it all together. She's surprisingly deep. Can't say that about some of my other favorite shows in this season, Solo Leveling, but but it was still really, really good and still really fun. She has a lot of character growth. From the episode 1 to episode 12, you get to see her, and it's like a 9-day difference, and it's very, very cool.
Well, I can't wait to watch that after we're done with the show.
You gonna jump into it?
Yeah. My favorite character was Mao Mao because she's like little Chinese girl House.
Yeah, exactly.
Except more likable. I don't really like House as a character because he's a dick.
He's supposed to not be likable, I don't think. But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Also, she has her priorities set. When the man tries to seduce her, he's like, shiny crystal.
Yeah, here's this thing you can have. Oh, shoot, I can have this?
Yeah.
There's no way.
My favorite.
And then she's like, what, you want some dick?
Who says that?
I don't know. It's a meme.
I don't know the meme.
It's an old black guy. He's like, what you want? You want some dick?
Oh, Lord, I just got here.
Yeah.
My favorite character was Shin from Sakamoto Days.
Oh, yeah.
He's just a cool dude. He's just a chill guy. I like him. I like his backstory. I love learning more about him and also learning how he'll navigate his telepathy with other people. Especially the way he communicates with Mr. Sakamoto. So funny because Mr. Sakamoto doesn't even have to. He doesn't even speak. He doesn't open his mouth. He just thinks.
He just knows that Shin will hear it.
Yeah, and Shin's talking to him. He's like, oh. Anyway, I don't know. He's just a fun, chill guy.
Nice. All right, we're moving into the final things we got. The first thing we have in the last bit of pieces that we got is our favorite antagonist or favorite conflict of the season.
Skipping favorite
ED.
Thank you. Our favorite ending of the season. My favorite ending is called Good Luck to Me Tomorrow by Nana Oyakari. I'm sorry I butchered that. But this one's interesting. So this is the ending to Guild Receptionist. And sometimes they use it as the intro. For if the tone of the show doesn't match the intro. There's the intro and the ending, obviously. Intro's super serious kind of and the animation does not fit the show and it's very, very epic or whatever, and the ending is just hey, cute anime girls dancing to the freaking pop song, and it's just this is freaking I'm into the jams, and sometimes they swap them back and forth depending that way, the tone, if it ends on a very hard note they don't want to instantly go to this really hypey pop song, and so they switch them. But it was really fun. I always listened to the whole thing every time it played. It was a jam.
My favorite ending was Solo Leveling. The I can't remember the name, but it's the guy, the Unravel guy,
UN
TK.
Apex, by TK.
Apex. Unapex by TK from, I can't remember how to pronounce that band name. But if you hear his voice, you'd be like, it's TK from that band.
I'm assuming this is also your Sky because you got excited to jump in.
Yeah.
He always makes bangers, man.
It's good, dude. Because you just watch an epic fight scene and then this outro plays. You're just like, God, I want more.
Yeah.
I want to go build something.
I want to go kill something.
I want to go solo level something. No, not good. All right, moving on. We got the last little bits now. Finally, now that I haven't skipped a category, we have our favorite antagonist or favorite conflict. Sky, what's your favorite?
Probably I didn't even write anything because I couldn't really think of one. But I think I'll pick just from I'm a married to a girl I hate. Just the idea of their whole relationship. Is just a conflict in and of itself.
Was it a conflict to watch the show, or you probably enjoyed it?
No, it was fun. Like I was talking to Cole about this, but I was really into the beginning, and the middle was fine, and then I got burnt out towards the end, where I'm just like, don't really care about it. I don't know if I would season 2 this one, but yeah, just the whole two main characters, fake marriage, but then also like. The main girl realizing, wow, I really like this guy. I'm going to continue to be a tsundere, but I don't want anyone else talking to him.
No.
And then the guy's just like, I just want her to be happy. But then he realizes that she's pretty cool and he's into it too. I don't know. It's fun.
All right. Well, my favorite antagonist is overtime. Because my girl did not want to work overtime. Get her home. Get her on that couch sleeping. That's all she wants.
I would have picked the fight in the walled city in ReZero, but I picked a real villain, and that was Cathal's. No. Noark from Orb. Because he's a very realistic villain. He's a very scary villain too.
Is it very culty, that show?
No, it's more it's religious. Like it's like old time religion. Like, you practice heathen stuff. We're gonna torture you. That kind of stuff.
I see. So
and
culty.
that Noark is an inquisitor. So he's pretty scary, and he's. At the end, you realize, he really is the bad guy. He was really, even though he wasn't like high up in the church, he was really he was like the biggest problem for all the characters.
Is he a douche?
He's got sympathetic moments, but he's ruthless, cold-hearted. All
right, next up we have but the things that we thought were better or worse than the manga, if at all. I don't know if you guys all have one for that, but
I have none. I haven't read any.
I put Sakamoto Days because it's good show, but I put worse because like it doesn't really feel like as impactful as the manga, but that's just nitpicking at that point.
Fair.
So yeah.
I have two kind of. I only wrote one, but I thought about the second one on the way. The one that I have written is I think solo leveling is probably better than the manhwa, but it's hard to say because all we watched was season 2 this season, and I literally stopped reading the manhwa at the start of season 2's story, and so I'm gonna keep going with it though. Spoilers, you'll see in a second what I'm talking about. But yeah, I think it probably was a little bit better. A lot of people say the art style in the manhwa is better, but I mean, it's animation. They can't just always have the most aura-inducing art style all the time. So The thing I thought was like slightly worse, though, was probably I Have a Crush at Work. And I don't know if it's because it was actually worse or if just because I enjoyed the manga better because that was the first time I went through that story. It was one of those things, so who knows. And next up is the I need more, I'm going to go binge the manga now section. And I'll just move right into that because it is solo leveling. I got super hyped in season 2 that I'm just going to keep reading. I already had like up to the end of season 2 in the manhwa, and there's only like 3 more volumes after what I currently had. And so I was like, I'll probably read them. So I ordered them and I will be reading them.
Wait, does the manga not have much left to adapt?
No idea.
Oh, okay.
I think they're still releasing them, so I have no idea.
Yeah. Mine is actually a light novel, and that's ReZero.
Dude, I want to read ReZero as well.
Mushoku Tensei, that's a fun one. That's an amazing one. But like its seasons always kind of like leave at a nice like end point where it's like, yeah, I could wait for the next season. ReZero, it's like hey, we're ending it, and here's something big, and it's like, damn, I gotta go read it.
Yep. I agree word for what you said. Like, Mushoku Tensei really does just do like, all right, here's a nice solid ending for you. ReZero's like, bomb.
Yeah.
Maybe not big bomb, but like at least a little bomb.
Yeah. Who's Rem?
Exactly, yeah.
My 2 is Sakamoto Days and Solo Leveling. I'll probably start both of those from the beginning and just read like a little gamer boy.
Solo Leveling is easy to read. It's like mostly picture, like very little words. When I read through them as much as I did. So.
Is that finished, by the way?
The light novel is. I don't know if the manhwa is or not. I know they're still translating it to English, and I know that's being released, so I don't have the actual answer.
And I'm assuming Sakamoto Days is also still going.
Yeah, that's still publishing. All right. We're on the final 3, basically. Most memorable moment.
Mine was Sungju and his mother.
When he cries?
Yeah, when he cries.
Yeah, when he
what
cries.
a freaking bait over here, am I right? All my Aura Mew Maxers.
Or he got redeemed for a later scene, which I'll talk about.
That's so dumb. You even have to say that thing.
Yeah.
Why does he have to redeem that moment?
He sucks the tear back into his eye.
According to the proclaimed alpha people who think crying's for betas, he gets redeemed later. But I think he
kills his mom instead.
Yeah, stabs it. It's like, that's actually, you know what? Bring you back to life.
You're right. I lost all my aura. Boom.
And then he drinks her as a protein shake.
Yeah.
There, now everyone's happy.
I have 2 quick ones. One of them is from Zenshu. It's the badump moment. If you've seen it, you know. I don't want to spoil anything because I do recommend you guys watch it sometime. I think you enjoy it. And the last one is also a Solo Leveling one. It's when the ant comes in and the song kicks on. And I start freaking losing my mind because I'm like, this is the song they use in season 1. It was that.
Mine is it comes when a character deserves it the most, because I hate this guy, and it's Renelius Cornelius when Emilia just absolutely beats the shit out of him, and it's like, yeah.
Dude, Sky, you're missing out not watching this. Holy cow. That's such a good moment.
Yeah.
All right.
And yeah, that's it.
It's it.
Okay.
Okay.
And I guess, the ant fight. Wait, hold on. I'll save that for a bit.
All right, so right before we get to our top 3, we have our special awards. Skylar, do you have any special awards you'd like to give out?
I did best fight scenes, Solo Leveling.
Yeah.
The fights are just hype.
Yeah.
Hype AF.
Well, I got a ranking for best fights. I only got 1, but I actually got 3.
You did a subcategory?
Yeah.
Or sub ranking?
Yeah, so the third is Garfield versus the blue guy. I can't remember his name, but that animation, like in the little when they're in the shelter, that animation when they do it is like it goes so hard because it's like just high quality. You have to watch it for me to best describe, but it just jumps in quality all of a sudden. Like it's like on crack. Like they just went on crack. It's like, let's just draw this fight and just make it like one of the best things in the show. It's like, wow, that was like the best 30 seconds of fighting in the show in this season. And then number 2 would be Goku versus the evil king guy. I can't remember. It's been a while. The show ended a few weeks ago, but it was like 3 episodes of a classic Dragon Ball fight where he's getting powerful. Well, I'm gonna get powerful. And then they just have an epic fight, and it's probably some of the best animation Toei's done because they kind of been sucking for these few years, but then they decided, hey, let's actually do good animation for this show, and this last fight pays off, especially with Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And then the number 1 is Sun Jinwoo versus the Ant King. Probably some of the most high intense fights when it has those eye trails zipping around there, and it's just like
the eye trails, the aura is just boiling out of
just
him.
Zipping all around, going. No, I'm not describing these fights real well. You just have to watch them. Just go watch them.
Is that all your special awards?
And then I got most violent is Soul Leveling, especially episode 10.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus.
Yep. I know what you're talking about. I've got 2 special awards. First one is the Never Not Good Award, and it's Apothecary Diaries. You can't not watch this show and not enjoy it. Without fail, every episode I enjoyed. I was invested from start to end without fail. Next up is the Best Garbage Award. This was my garbage show that I watched, and it's called I Left My A-Rank Party to Help My Former Students Reach the Depths of the Dungeon. It is garbage, but it's some of that good garbage that I enjoy watching. Rain is best girl.
It's kind of like McDonald's. It's kind of like eating McDonald's. You know it's bad for you, but it tastes so good.
Yeah, I honestly, well, it's maybe not as good as McDonald's, if I'm being honest, but it was still fun to watch.
Or it's like there's a White Castle nearby and you're hungry. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, fair. I still got 2 more episodes, though, so hopefully Rain keeps getting W's because she is on the path to victory as of right now. She will claim her victory soon.
Have you guys ever actually been to White Castle? I've heard nothing but bad things about
I've been.
it.
It's fine.
Oh.
It's just fast food.
Yeah.
I had one other thing, but I don't remember what it was. It was just, I don't remember the show that I was thinking of this stuff, but it was like, it starts out really fun, the middle is kind of meh, and then the ending was pretty okay too. It might have been the one that you talked about, the person I hate in class. Could have been that, could have been something else, I don't know. So, that's the other thing. Let's talk about our top 3 now. The best anime of winter 2025. Let's just go 3s and then 2s no. I think we each 3 do our top 3 in a row. That way we don't just go all the way around and like.
That's fine.
Kind of, I don't know. We're doing something different. I'll go first. My number 3 was Zenshu. Zenshu, I've praised it enough in this podcast if I'm being honest. It was really, really fun. Good stuff. Good animation. Good story. Number 2, Apothecary Diaries. It's just still good. It's always peak, and it never stops being peak. And the number 1 was Solo Leveling because I could not be excited for the show. I don't know why. I basically ranked these in order of excitement I was to watch an episode. And for some reason, there were Saturdays where I would be like on Crunchyroll, refreshing the page, and be like, where is my Solo Leveling? Why can't I watch my garbage? Where is it? What have you done with it? And I finally got it after it refreshed fine. But
no, that's the McDonald's of anime.
Yeah. Solo Leveling's the McDonald's. Yeah, I don't know. Like, all 3 of these are super, super solid. I don't know if that would put them at, like, top tier of all time. I think I rated Solo Leveling a little high in my mind, and it might go down the more I sit on it. But as of right now, I'm really happy with it. Those are my top 3. What do you got, Thane?
Number 3, I got My Happy Marriage. It's better season 2 of an already good show. Better world building. Number 2, ReZero. Probably the most action-heavy season we got right now. And it's good. It's got a lot of good character development. And then number 1, got Orb. Just a nice 24-episode package, and then it's over. Or 25 episodes, and then it's over. And you're like, that was incredible. That was peak.
I don't want to. I'm gonna jump in right here. I do remember what it was. It actually was ReZero that I was thinking of. It's like peak was probably better than all 3 of my top 3 right here, but it was like near the middle of the season, and for some reason that didn't sit right with me.
Yeah, they took a weird break. They had like 8 episodes, and then said we're gonna take a break. And then they went. And then like in the middle of the season, they came back.
Well, even that, like, I think it was these latter 8 episodes that had the peak, I think, of the entire season.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is incredible. This is the best I've ever seen this show. And after that, it slowed down. I think it's because it focused more on the minor characters that I didn't care about. It wasn't Subaru. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Skylar.
So my number 3 is Apothecary Diaries. Number 2, I have Solo Leveling. And number 1, I have Sakamoto Days. They're fun.
They're fun.
They're really fun.
I think it's kind of fun doing this show. You can kind of start piecing together what's going to be our favorite 3 animes based on how much we talk about a show throughout the whole episode that we're doing currently.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't think I had it nailed down exactly, But I could have guessed that those were our 3 shows.
Yeah.
It's fun. So that's pretty much it for winter 2025. We got a couple things left before we wrap up. We got our shows we wish we watched, and then just some brief manga standouts if we want to talk about some quick manga stuff. And then, of course, we'll be looking forward to our spring 2025 preview. Starting out with the shows we wished we watched. I've got 2. One of them Thane talked about. It's called My Happy Marriage. I've heard only good things from Thane. The internet seems to really like the show, and it just seems like a good time. So one of these days, it might be on my list to watch. The second one might be one I end up picking for the show just because I think it seems funny and interesting, and I've seen internet talk about it, and it's called The Red Ranger Becomes an Adventurer in Another World. And because it's just the generic isekai, but like also apparently it's just stupid, but like serious at the same time. I don't know. So that seems interesting to me, so maybe someday we'll get to that one.
Just sounds like a side episode of Power Rangers.
Yeah. But I think it's deeper than that, though.
Yeah. The one I got on here is called Medalist. It's the ice skating anime, and I've heard good things about it. But I look at the poster, and it's like, I don't know, I kind of feel like a creep watching this. But that's probably not what it is. And then I watched the open. It's like, maybe I watched the opening. It's like, no, I still kind of feel like a creep watching this. But then another one I didn't write that I started, but I'll probably finish because Cole was talking about Zenshu. I got 2 episodes in, and then I kind of slacked on my anime watching, so I'm going to have to catch up on that. That's about it for that.
The one I wish I watched is The Bang Dream, the music one. I really like a lot of the music shows I have seen, and I think, honestly, my favorite part is the music itself. And whenever there's a show that's really good and praised by the internet, I feel like I'm missing out on music.
Fair. All right, manga standouts. I really only put one on here. I honestly couldn't think of anything. Obviously, I'm reading a bunch that I do enjoy. None of them really seem like they're at a really high peak moment right now. But I want to talk about one that I haven't talked about on the show yet, just because I haven't talked about it. And it's called Drama Queen. Have you started reading this one, Thane?
Yeah.
So it's a world taken over by aliens, and the aliens kind of just living amongst them, and all the humans hate aliens. And this guy and this girl really hate aliens because they really screwed up their life. And so the guy is like, okay, I'll kill aliens. How are we going to get rid of the aliens? Find out that the girl likes to eat the aliens. And so that's how they dispose of the alien bodies.
Very controversial. These parts of the internet were just like, equated it to like, not to get too deep into it, but equated to immigration. How they said it was that they said that thought the manga was like against immigration or something.
Oh, I didn't see that. I thought the aliens took over, like conquered them. That's what I thought it was.
Well, they destroyed a meteor and said, "Hey, can we live on here?"
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah.
And so, and then I read it, and it's like
they treat them like they did conquer them, though. The aliens are very rude to the humans.
Yeah, but it's like I don't see it that way, and some people have re-equated it to anti-colonialization.
Some of the humans are nice. Or excuse me, some of the aliens are nice.
Yeah,
though.
But it seems like it's more on that. But it's like, it's just a manga, guys. Don't think too deep about it. Yeah. You guys just want to make controversy where there's none.
Yeah, it's been an interesting read. I don't know how much I enjoy it, but I'm probably going to keep going with it because it comes out every now and then. And it's unique enough to keep me entertained. What do you got, Thane?
I got One Piece. Because it's One Piece. I always like One Piece. And then I got the Martial King from Boichi, known as being the artist of Dr. Stone. And when you read something like the Martial King or some of his other work where he actually writes it, you could tell that he's got a very different writing style than the people he collaborates with. Whereas something like Dr. Stone is like, oh, hey, it's got this really good art style, but it's like trying to be smart about the plot. Boichi's like, now we're just going balls deep. We're gonna balls to the walls. We're just going crazy with this. I'm gonna have writing that complements my art. And he's probably one of the best manga artists ever. Like each panel has such incredible detail, especially like with this character where he's like these golden gauntlets, and like he always puts like incredible detail into it. Next we got Bug Ego, another one just for the writing and and for the animation.
What's this one called?
Bug Ego.
Bug Ego.
Yeah, the one writes it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
But it's got another guy who draws it, and his art is also insane. Some of it looks like CGI, but then like some of it's like close up, and like he just has these like really detailed faces when they're up close, and it's like, man, this guy's does this at a monthly pace, and this looks incredible. And the Martial King is a weekly pace, and he always does it detailed. It's like, how does he do it? And then the next one is Dan to Dan, because Dan to Dan's really good. It's always entertaining every week.
I got thinking of another one that's interesting. It's Akasaka's new manga.
Oh, yeah.
Did you read chapter 1 of that?
Yeah.
Only chapter 1's out so far, and it's
chapter 2 came out, I think.
Oh, I've not read chapter 2. I've only seen chapter 1 so far, and like it's a weird twist on like fairy tales. It seems like it's gonna be. So, I'm gonna keep on this one.
Maybe I'll start that one too.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the other two Aka did, so.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be an interesting and weird one. But yeah, chapter 1. It's like I said, fantasy. So I won't say anything more if you're interested in reading it, Sky.
The front cover is very deceiving. Let's tell you that much. You think it's gonna be one show, but then goes a completely different direction.
What was some manga you want to talk about, Sky?
Aside from the ones I always talk about, like the ones I'm enjoying the most right now is Hema 10, Chainsaw Man, and Zom 100. They're good.
They are indeed. I read those as well.
I also think Boruto's pretty good too. The last few chapters haven't been like amazing.
Kind of slowed down a bit.
Yeah, definitely slowed down a bit, but I still enjoy reading Boruto too. Like I'm loving the characters. I think that since I've been attached to Naruto for so long, I really enjoy Boruto and the characters. That being said, though, I think Boruto in and of itself still really good.
I agree. I do agree.
That's it.
Well, that's pretty much our show then. Next time, we'll be talking about the spring 2025 anime preview. We'll go over every single show, say the stuff we're going to watch, critique the stuff that we're not going to watch because we hate everything you love.
True.
Thank you guys for watching or listening to this episode of Life is Daijoubu. We hope you guys have a great life, and we'll see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.